What's up everybody, Sky Spider here. Trying something new with my channel after a bunch of suggestions for this. I'm going to try live critter feeding on Twitch since I don't know if anyone's even doing this. My full hookups that I've got for my camera over here, I've got a little camera on a mount. I'm still waiting for the last piece of hardware to come. It got delayed, but I just taped the last piece together and we'll see if this works today. So this is just a trial run. I don't know. A lot might change before I start doing this for real, but let's have some fun tonight. How about that? So I've got the chat open, but my client that I stream with, the Twitch chat isn't working properly for displaying. So I just have it open on my phone, so you guys can still ask questions, whatever you need that way, and hopefully we can have some interesting discussion while I'm working. So these are my first set of assassin bugs that we're going to have tonight. These are Cytala horrida, or the Spiny Assassins. And if you look really close on the side over here, I definitely need to get a better light in this room. You can see here's one of the little babies that was recently born. It's fighting with my tweezers. So I have quite a few of them in here. So I'm just going to chuck in a few crickets for the adults. Let's see if I can find any small crickets in this room for the babies. I've tried them on roaches, and for the most part they don't like them. There we go. Yeah, every time I give them roaches, they don't eat them at all. Okay, let me get my fine-toothed tweezers. Because I don't want to crush any crickets here. I want them to be running. I'm remembering why I hate crickets so much. So many of you know I have some really bad nerve damage and serious pain issues in my right hand. And unfortunately I'm not left-handed in the least. And I cannot catch crickets at all with my left hand. And I'm just really, really garbage at it with my right. So that's why it takes so long sometimes. God, I like roaches so much more than these. You can see up here a couple of little babies are coming around checking things out. So they see a lot of movement, it gets them excited. I think I just spotted a cricket running across the floor. Wouldn't surprise me if one jumped out of here. Okay, I think that's probably enough. A lot of times with these guys, I'll see a bunch of the babies eating on the adults' food after the adults have already caught it. Sneaky little bastards. So yeah, these guys are a little hard to see just because of the layout of the enclosure. Hopefully the next one won't be so bad. Oh yeah, we got a good one here. So this is Meatball. She's my educator spider. She's the one I take to show little kids, which I feel comfortable handling. So there we go. Yeah, I'm going to be buying an LED light for doing these. This is way too dark. I'll go ahead and try and use up the rest of these crickets. See if we can get her to eat on camera. Sometimes she can be a little shy about it. There you go, Meeple. You're going to be shy about it today. So yeah, Meatball is just a common rose hair. Or red face. I guess those aren't as common anymore. So Grammostola rosea. But yeah, she's a total doll. In case you guys are wondering, I switched over to Gatorade bottles for adding moisture a few years ago. When you use a mister, you're spraying the spider with a whole bunch of air and freaking them out. And I just found popping a few holes in a Gatorade lid, and then most importantly, a hole to drain from for the air. And you can get a really natural watering done. Let me see if she's under her hide. There we go. Oh my god, this would be so much better with a better light. I'm probably going to bitch about that through this whole thing, I bet. As I said, this is just a trial run. Make sure this is even going to be possible. So the way I feed my critters, unless I'm having a lazy day, I typically feed one shelf per day, which gives me about a good half hour, 45 minutes up here. It keeps it so it's not that big of a job, even though I've got around 100 or so spiders. But also, I have time every day to dedicate to this. Okay, what did you do to your water dish, you little shit? Okay, it looks like my OBT has soiled the water dish a little. Some people insist on spick and span water dishes. If it's developing a film on top, I'm definitely going to get a new dish in there. But if it's just a tiny little bit of the substrate, it's honestly not that big a deal. So yeah, this is my Pteranachilus murinus. It's the orange morph. This is an immature male. I have a couple of friends already trying to call dibs on him. I don't know if I'm going to breed him myself, but I just don't have to deal with that many babies like this. But I am a big fan of the species. Oh, here he comes around the corner. Yep, he can feel that cricket on his web. Are you going to get it? Are you going to get it? Here he comes. There we go. Good boy. And in case you're wondering, these are just little bent twist ties. I don't actually keep locks in the locking mechanism on these. I just throw a twist tie in. Good boy. He's a cutie. Alright. Next. Okay, this next one, I highly doubt we're going to see it. This is my Heteroscodra maculata, or, oh god, what's the common name on these? Togo starburst, I think? So I've seen a lot of people keep these arboreal or like a burrower, stuff like that. I've had my best luck keeping them in a terrestrial setup like this, with a piece of cork bark laid up against the side. And they use that as a lean-to to build their burrow into. So that way they don't actually dig, you get a good view of them, you don't need as much room for your collection this way. And a lot of times I see her out and about just wandering, looking for prey soon after a molt, or if she wants to poop far away from her burrow. Let's not spill the crickets everywhere. God. Okay, we're just going to set that down there. There you go. And then she'll come ferociously out of there like a lion to grab it if it doesn't just sneak in on its own. And you can see, aside from just filling the water dishes, I always sprinkle a little bit into the substrate. That said, I'm in upstate New York. When it's cold up here, our heaters burn off all the humidity in our enclosures. So we have to be a little more proactive about keeping them moist. Oh, well, I was talking about only doing one enclosure a day, or one shell per day. I actually have 2 to do today because I'm a little behind. So this is going to be a really cute one. There we go, camera. There we go. Little baby Mexican red knee. I'm seeing I definitely need a higher def camera too, unless that's just the lighting. It's supposed to be an HD camera. Here, little crickets, stop annoying me, please. It's like you want to get a firm grip, but if you do, then you squish the cricket. Well, geez, someone was hungry. And this is an enclosure I purposefully keep a little dry. But she does get a full water dish every week. So yeah, if I move a little here, and you can see my hand next to her, how little she still is. And this is confirmed female, so she's going to be with me probably another 30 years at least. Hope I'm still with her in 30 years. Okay, now I got the 2 hidden ones up here. These 2 will probably be no-shows, but we will try. These are 2 of my deadly scorpions, 1 to an enclosure, obviously. Oops. Okay. Now I do keep a tattoo cap, a tattoo ink cap in the enclosure as a water dish. And it's funny, they'll often purposefully turn this over and spill the water into the sand almost every week without any fail. And to make sure I don't get fingers anywhere near these things, but that I do spill water on the table, I have a little syringe for filling the dish. I actually haven't seen this scorpion in a couple months, so I wanted to take a peek. Okay, you're still there. You're just chunky. Let me make sure I don't screw up this name. I'm still fairly new to scorpions. This is Androctonus bicolor. So it's one of my African fat tails. And this group of scorpions is actually, if I'm not mistaken, responsible for more human deaths than any other group. There are some with worse venom, but they don't live where people are. These do. So you notice I didn't feed that last one. She is quite a bit of a heckin' chonker. Plus, scorpions don't need to eat every single week, in my experience. So this one likes to bury every decoration that's in here. Like every month I come in and check on you. You've moved everything. So this is Androctonus australialis. So it's the yellow fat tail. And let's see if it wants to eat here. Are you hungry? I got food for you. You see, they don't want to sting right away. So yeah, not hungry. I'll just cover you back up with your piece of wood. There we go. And fill your water dish back up even though you don't want me to. And again, it's not that they need it. It's a peace of mind thing with where I am and what time of year it is. You also notice these are the only animals I keep in these critter keeper enclosures because they are very, very prone to drying out. So the only thing I want to put in there are desert species. Always watch your fingers when picking these up. Never put my fingers over an air hole. Okay, that was shelf 1. Now we get to do shelf 2. These are some of my favorite critters. But I have to take everything off the shelf to get to the bottom one. This may be just a moment. Yeah, aside from these giant shelving units behind me that Rachel and I both have full, we also have our dressers completely covered. Because we like these stupid bugs too much. And yes, that's a very big enclosure. As is the next one I'm grabbing, which I need to adjust my camera a lot. I have a lot to move here, jeez. I'm just gonna quick sip of tea. Yeah, the thermostat for our house is on the first floor, and we keep our bugs on the second because it's warm. But it's just how warm it is. It is like 85 degrees in our bug room, even though it's like 65 downstairs. Okay, I think I can fit this all right. Question is, how well is it going to show on camera? And of course, by the time I get it over here, it's completely hidden. This is where I keep my Vietnamese centipede. I swear there's one in here. There you are. I see your butt. Yeah, she's gonna be grouchy now. I think it's almost impossible to sex a centipede unless you are willing to pick it up. And that's not happening here. So she's another one that doesn't like my roaches. So one cricket it is. If we get really lucky, we'll see her lunge out for it. Gotta use my big water bottle here. This needs to stay a little extra moist on one side. Sometimes I see her burrowed down in the humid side. So I know I'm doing something she likes. And again, one little speck of substrate in here. God, I can't wait until Richard's in my chat and he can make fun of me for saying substrate instead of substrate like he does. That's gonna be a running joke, dude. If you're watching my videos, get used to it. I cannot wait to see how loud that is in the mic. I just realized that was right by my microphone. Okay, time for another biggie. Now, this enclosure is a product of Target being out of stock on all the normal ones we like for this size animal. I'm not going to feed her this week, but I do need to get her some water. There you are. Hello, big girl. If you can see right here, this is my Lasiodora parahybana, the salmon pink bird eater. She just got a mouse the other day because Rachel had some frozen mice and she thawed them and asked if we could do anything after. In case you guys don't know, you can't re-freeze a frozen mouse after you thaw it. But yeah, she tried with all her critters and none wanted it. I was like, well, my parahybana just molted, so why not? And she spent 3 days eating it. And then promptly chucked it in her water dish and I didn't notice for 24 hours. It was so bad I threw away the water dish. Yeah, I had to buy her a new one. Well, you're coming out to strut and be pretty. You're not going to like it when I put this lid back on. Because you're almost touching it right there. Yep, there she goes. She's a pain in the butt, but I love her. In case you're wondering with the hand thing, these enclosures weigh almost nothing. I think my heaviest one, which is the one I just picked up, is like 2 pounds, maybe 3 tops. And since I'm lifting it with both hands, it ain't no thing. Okay, let's go to a hobby classic. This is my little Loki, my female Brazilian black. It doesn't really show on camera without a light. Oh, fuck it, my phone's got a light. Do-do-do-do. There, we got some kind of light. I'm going to zoom out. Okay, that's not that bad. So yeah, that's my Brazilian black. Now her name is Loki because she will redecorate almost every week, which is a little chaotic to deal with. And she does things like this where she just climbs up and hangs out by the lid for no apparent reason. Okay, Loki, can I get you down off of there, sweetheart? I'm gonna poke you. I'm gonna poke you. I'm not food. No, don't bite my clamps. Don't hurt yourself. Come on down. Come on down. She's definitely hungry. She like never bites anything like that. See if I can find her a nice big one in here. How's that? Oh yeah, you can bite this. There you go. Give her a second one just because she seems so hungry. Smaller though. It's so nice when you can just hand them their food. It's like, here, have a sandwich. Squeaky lid. And while she's a perfectly safe species, I'm not really worried about her ever getting out. I still put a lock on there. Last thing you want is one of your pets wandering through the house. Okay, now I'm not sure how to film these enclosures. So this is going to be a bit of a learning process here. Because these are my arboreal setups. A little disorienting there. Let's see if we can do that light thing again. Oh yeah, that helps. That helps quite a bit. I'm like trying to put it on the stand that I have, and it's not enough. This is what happens when you tune into the trial of me doing this. What is that? Saw something that looked kind of weird. Okay, so these are a couple more of my assassins. These are Potomeris, what is it? Potomeris labicolus. Oh my god, there's like dead roaches everywhere. I swear, I love assassins, but they are so sloppy. Look at that. Random ass dead roach laying around. Okay, I'm gonna turn around for just a second. Hopefully none of them wander out while I'm doing this. Ah, fuck it, it's buried. I was gonna throw some more isopods in here, but I don't know. I'm lazy. So I only have a few of these. I just started this colony. I only have 4. But they are all good eaters. Oh, there we go. We're getting to see them a little bit here. I don't know if the color's coming through. They've got these bright red spots on them. Oh yeah, that one's got a cricket in its mouth. That one does too. Yeah, look at these guys. They are awesome. So that is those guys. Turn the light back off. See a result of experiment 1. Buy a new lamp. Okay, who is next? Let's do you. So another one's gonna be a dork and sit on the side, even though it's a terrestrial. This is my Vermictopus species, Dominican purple. It may be synonymous with Cancerides, but I don't know the details on that, so I'm just calling it by a second species until I'm sure. Get over here. Boop. Oh yeah. Yeah, if I had a decent light in here, you could see she's iridescent purple. Still not anywhere near full grown. She'll be about 8 inches full grown. I think she's maybe 3 right now. Hey, Floop Fox is raiding with a party of 4. Thank you. Floop Fox or Flop Fox? Flop Fox. Thinking Card Wars in my head, apparently. Oh, no water needed on that one. Her dish was full. Okay, we're going to do another arboreal here. So welcome to you guys. I'm doing a test stream to see if this is even going to be functional. I've already discovered I definitely need a bright ass lamp in here. So that way you can see beautiful spooters like this one in particular. Doo-doo-doo. Hello, my favorite species. Yeah, we gotta do something about the focus too. So yeah, new cameras on the list as well. Hey, there you go. Beautiful versicolor. And let's see what we can get her to eat. Also gotta fill that dish I put in here for her. Oh, you go inside. Oh wow. Thing almost got away and then I ushered it back in. She got it immediately. Love that. Oh, I know, babe. Elevated water dish for arboreals. I was out of the smaller size I needed, so that feels a little big, but it's working. And with these sideways enclosures, I can't really hit the substrate very well. I just realized you probably can't hear me talking about that over this. I can't really hit the substrate that well on arboreal enclosures with the Gatorade bottles. So, still have a mister for arboreals. You can see it already spooked her and I'm not even spraying anywhere near her. That is why I've been moving away from using this. See her little feet back there as she does a happy dance. See her walking around. Yeah, it's not even close. This has been my favorite species for so damn long. I'd say it was my second tarantula was a versicolor, and that was in 2000, I want to say. And they've been my favorite ever since. Okay, this one we're just checking water on because it's in pre-molt. For you magic fans, you will totally get the name on this one. This is Phage, my Deathstalker Scorpion. You'll notice this one doesn't just have a twist tie loose on it. So Phage is in a custom enclosure here that I made perfect so she can't ever grow big enough to get out of it. Real skull and everything in here. Yeah, you're looking at the most venomous scorpion species in the world. Oh, and if you want the Latin name, it's Lurius quinquestrius. That's me pulling it from memory. I may be a syllable off there. And we get our syringe dropper. So we keep fingers out of the way. Alrighty. But yeah, as you can see from just how chunky she is, she's in pre-molt. We're not going to get her to eat anytime soon. I don't even know how long I have to wait for the molt this time. They keep getting longer. Okay, this is another one that should be in pre-molt but isn't. This is my Nandu Chromatus. Another one of my favorite species. This is my young one. My adult female recently passed of old age. She was 18. Oh, there you go. You can see it hiding in the back there. So yeah, I'm just topping off water, getting ready for the molt. Nandus will definitely take food up until the day they molt, usually. But this one's just so chonky, I don't want to risk its abdomen getting so big it ruptures. Only got a couple left here, at least for tonight. Another arboreal setup, and actually you can see her better from the top here. This is one of my other female versicolors. And there she is. She's over in the back here. You can kind of make out her legs. Even if I had a lamp right now, she'd be shaded by all the plants in here. There we go. And again, stupid nerve damaged hand. Takes me forever to catch a cricket. Got a really tiny water dish up there for her. This one's really shy, so I made sure to put the plant over top of it. I just realized how awful that looks with how my photo is cropped. Sorry about that. with your misters like that, never forget to break the seal when you're done with them. If you leave pressure in them, it wears your seals out faster. Something I've learned the hard way a few times. We're at the last two. I need to find another mounting spot for this camera, I think. Not too happy with how it moves. Or maybe it's because I've twisted that too much. Well, anyways. This is my Acanthoscurria geniculata, immature female. She's probably going to attack the water. Yep, every time. Because you're a dork. Let's find her something good to eat. I purposefully threw it further away because she's known to fly across the enclosure for food. Wow, I'm surprised it's taking that long. Not bad. We'll work on that one. Okay, we're up to the last one, and it's my very special one. This one we're just going to show off today because he molted yesterday into a mature male. As you can see, this enclosure is a little different than my other ones. Let's see if I can actually get this to show on camera here. So if you look at the side of this, we've got a door on that side and then another door on the opposite side. And both of them have double locks. Is there any guess why we have so much on here? Well, it is because I have worked in a zoo before, and when you have primates who can be very smart and very aggressive with their keepers, you always have a spotter distract and pull them all to one side of the enclosure, because there's a door on that side, and then you go to the other side and do whatever you need to do. And you have it on both sides so you can switch and they never know which one it's coming from. And that's what I'm doing with this spider because it is incredibly intelligent and very aggressive, and if you guys can recognize it, it is a mature male, so it might be hard to recognize. Trying to get the light at an angle, you can actually see the pattern. Okay, it's just going to be a butt today. This is a Brazilian wandering spider. This is Phoniutria, what's the second name? Oh no, Cupienius salii. My bad. Cupienius salii, that's right. So this is a tiger wandering spider. Still one of the most venomous spiders on the planet. It's in the group that's up there at the peak. It's all the Phoniutria and Cupienius, basically anything in that family is going to be up there at the top. So I do not want to be bitten by this motherfucker. And because of his massive intelligence, his name is Hawking. Once he finally dies of old age and I get another one, I'm just going to pick another random famous scientist for the name. Hopefully if I get a female I can name it Curie. But yeah, I went with Hawking first. It's one of my heroes. Because this is another disabled person that's a genius scientist. So it's a little bit of a role model for me to look up to. But yeah, this is one of my favorite spiders. He is so fucking cool to watch. It's neat to see how his mind works, because again, it's one of the more intelligent ones I've ever worked with. Before I got the double door, he would always go to wherever my finger was when I was opening it. Which also means they have fairly decent eyesight. But yeah, really cool little guy back there. Again, he just molted. I think he's mature. He's got a 5-inch leg span. They don't get the hooks that tarantulas do, but I do think I see the palpal bulbs on his pedipalps. I'm not about to try and pack this guy to mail him. I am not that brave. I had enough trouble unpacking him when he first arrived here. And his water dishes are full. He's got one on each side of the enclosure. That way, if I ever need to give him water, I have a choice. But yeah, that's everybody I'm going to take care of today. So if you guys were here for it, I hope you like this little test recording. As I said, I know I've got a lot of stuff to fix for the next one. And some new equipment to pick up. But until tomorrow night, I guess, I will see you guys for the next little spider feeding. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 YouTube spiel. You guys fucking know how to YouTube. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.